Hello guys, NautoAce here, and this topic, let's just say, could be controversial. Yeah, and what am I talking about? And of course, you can just look at it by the graphic I'm using in this one, and it's really a serious matter here. And I want to give my thoughts because for a while at one point, especially on Twitter, I kind of gave my opinion about the whole situation, and it's just wow, basically about it. And the reason also, to some extent, why I got involved, because all this started, in my opinion, I heard this news, and the source that first started to come out was from, I'm not going to say the name of the website, but it's a particular website, the community there. Let's just say they demand changes all the time. Let's just say that. They're the one that basically gave their concern, and I'm just saying that nicely, about Catherine Full Body, a particular character. They didn't like that, so they demand changes. There are other like anime video game, and the biggest one for me that kind of irritate me, and I'm with Review Tech USA. He did also give his opinion about it, and that is the controversy with Mr. Game & Watch, because prior to its release, his two-frame forward smash was a Native American rather than a bandit, and someone from that particular forum in that website, the particular community, said, "Oh, this hurts. This hurts. It hurts for a two-frame forward smash attack from Mr. Game & Watch." And I did a video on that one. If you are interested, links on the description box. So this is the reason why I'm like, oh, whoopie doo, because of this particular community. The majority of people on the internet don't like it. Like, they don't like those community. They don't like the people in it, and that's sadly to say, including Nintendo. I don't know if it's true or not. They get, I guess there's like a knee-jerk reaction, and they have to fix it. They fixed Mr. Game & Watch, which is not really a big deal in my opinion. But the idea of for them actually saying, well, we heard some minor noises, then they have to change it. And then in the case with Catherine Full Body, Durban talks about it, but there's not really much any truth to it. And that'll be a different story about that one, because there has been a lot of updates of what's going on. Prior in the beginning, they were apparently, someone said that Atlas they were basically contemplating whether to do the changes something, but there's not really change, but there are some minor changes, and those stuff. So what's it this time? And like I said before, judging by the graphic, is Fire Emblem Three Houses. So game finally came out July the 26th. It's a good game. I am planning to get it in the long run. I just had too many games, and there were a lot of sales games that I bought. So, but a different story there. But I have too many games. So I don't know what's wrong with me. Keep buying this cheap game because they're so good. They're cheap. I mean, who does not like cheap game? Okay, I digress. So basically, they revealed the voice actor for male Byleath. So that's the main character in Three Houses, a professor. So when I found this story, a lot of people said, "Oh, how did you know about it? And how did it all started?" And all of a sudden, this quote-unquote controversy is because from that particular website, they said, "Oh, guess who's voicing male Byleath?" And of course, the guy's name is Chris Niosi. So okay, before I continue, here's a little bit disclaimer. I never heard of this guy before in my life. Apparently, he's a voice actor in a lot of previous animes, including Sailor Moon and some other stuff. But apparently, this guy is somehow popular. This guy's popular, I guess. Whatever. But I never heard of this guy until now. So I guess apparently this guy, Chris Niosi, has a history of a really bad thing. Apparently being abusive to his friends, to his loved ones, to family, from what I heard. And in that part, I can understand that's really, that's bad. But apparently in his Tumblr page, he basically explained that he admitted, he said, yeah, I have this problem. I admit it. I do have a problem with this. I am seeking help. I mean, that's good. I mean, at least you're admitting that if you know you did something wrong, admit it. And hopefully, by admitting it, that you are going to learn from it and that you're going to change. I mean, it's a possibility, but I know people on the internet that you think they changed, but out of nowhere, push cut to shove, they didn't change. They went back. They basically went 360. Kind of sucks, but sometimes that happens. So that's who Christopher Niosi is apparently. I guess this guy is controversial, and the reason at first I'm like, what of it? Because in Twitter, someone basically said, "Oh, someone wants to get rid of Fire Chris Niosi, the male voice for Byleath." At first, I said, "Oh no, what of it? Is it really like? Does it have to be with pitchfork and torch? Like seriously? Yeah, he screwed up. He admitted it. He's trying to improve himself, and I mean." Don't you think people should have a second chance to some extent? And that's a keyword there, yeah, to some extent. I mean, I can go, maybe I can compare this to, I know this is going to be red flag territory, but I'm just going to say the name, Vic. If you've been following the anime community, there's a lot of controversy with Vic. And if you know what I'm talking about, then you know the whole story that even a lot of famous people that were very influencing the anime community, they were siding whatever against or it. That's a different story there, but yes, I am sort of kind of use it as a reference. Like, wait until there's already like proof or whatever, or yeah, he admitted it, but he wants to change. I mean, like I said, try people give a second chance. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know, whatever. But the reason, like I said, also this one kind of like hurt me is it came from a website that I don't like because they're the same people to some extent that basically were quote unquote heard about Mr. Game & Watch 2-frame forward smash. That's what I'm gonna say there. So at first, that was all the source of the hate. Oh, get rid of this guy. Get rid of the guy. He's fired. He's an a-hole. Okay. I mean, if he's willing to change, give at least, let's, to some extent, give it a chance for him. But if this person does not want to change and he's not learning, and apparently also this guy has a Asperger syndrome, which is okay, that's a bad condition, but again, if he's willing to change, cool. But if it's reverting back to what it's supposed to be, then no. You like people give you a chance, and well, you blew it. You blew it. So, but whatever. There. So that's the reason at first I'm like, is this really necessary? Man, okay, he screwed up in the past. We don't need to quote unquote crucify the person just because he was a jerk. Yeah, that is a jerk. I mean, that's an a-hole thing to do. Being abusive to your friends, to your family, to your girlfriend, apparently also. Yeah. I mean, apparently this guy's well known. I mean, he's been in voices in some game. Apparently, Pokemon, Bakugan, Tales of Citeria, Sailor Moon, Octopath Traveler. Apparently, a lot of this is going to be links in the description box. A lot of the sources I'm using. Again, I guess this guy's famous, but I never heard of him. But that's just me. So at first I'm like, okay, we don't need to go here. In my opinion, only. I should have said we, but in my opinion, like, let's see what's going on here, and maybe there's a reason why Nintendo hired this person or the people in charge of the voice for the English dub. So at least thumbs up. Fire Emblem 3 Houses at English dub. I don't care who the voice is as long as it's English dub. Thumbs up. So maybe there's a reason why they chose this guy. So at first I said, okay, people want to fire this guy because he's an a-hole, because he's an abusive a-hole. Okay, I get that. But the question I asked this also in Twitter is, and I also trying to ask Player S on his stream, but I guess he missed my question. Whatever. Is, did Nintendo know about his past? That's the question I want to first start. Did Nintendo or the people in charge of the voice, the English dub, know about Chris Niosi's past? So this is my theory. This is my guess. If it's no, I get it why people. I get it why he wants to be replaced, and yet I am going to explain that. Basically, what's the aftermath? So, at first, like I said, if Nintendo basically did not know that Chris Niosi basically was a abusive a-hole, then I can understand why he should be let go and be replaced. Because that's basically what happened. He got replaced. I'll explain that later. But if Nintendo actually know his past, the people in charge of voice recording for the English dub know about his past, and they say, you can still bail it, we'll give you a second chance, then why replace him? I mean, if they know, then why replace him, waste all that time, that resource, that effort, that money, if he already did the recording, and then out of nowhere, oh, well, you know what, we have to replace you. If they knew that he was like that, but if he did not, the Nintendo, whatever in charge of the video recording, production, and if they did not, then I can understand why basically they have to do what they need to do. So, what does that mean? What they need to do, and that is, as of July 27th, Nintendo announced that Chris Niosi was replaced. They're gonna replace him for the latest Fire Emblem franchise. So, how does it even, like, what is the sign that he's gonna get replaced anyway? So, on July 26th, there was a promotion trailer for Fire Emblem Heroes, and that you can get male Byleath as a legendary hero, a 5-star gacha game. And they noticed the name was different. Prior to that, I guess when people bought the game and they did the promotion, because you can actually get the character when you connect your account to the game, to the Switch, to the Fire Emblem Hero game, you can actually get male Byleath for free. If you play Fire Emblem Hero gacha game, there you go. And they noticed that when they click on the character, usually there's going to be like hood voices, whether it's English or Japanese, and that there's no name. The mention of Chris Niosi was not on the name. Prior to that, from what I heard, it was. Now it wasn't. So they said, okay, what's going on here? And then later on in a Fire Emblem Hero trailer, he basically, when they showed the trailer, the voice is now Zach Aguilar. So he's another guy that I did not recognize what the name is until I had to look it up. A lot of people were praising this guy. They were a fan of this guy. And I can see why. It's because this guy is the voice of Genos from One Punch Man. And I like Genos. He's a cool guy. He was a badass in the anime. He looks up to Saitama because, he's a One Punch Man. So that's awesome that he finally now going to be part of the Fire Emblem franchise as the new voice of Byleath. So it all started when people noticed that on Fire Emblem Heroes, they didn't see the name of Chris Niosi. It was just a blank. And then on a trailer to basically introduce him, because it's going to be like a 5-star gacha, he's basically, they showed the name, and it's Zach Aguilar. And then so people said, well, maybe that's going to be also going to happen in Fire Emblem Treehouse, and because some people who hated this guy, and I mean, I can understand why, rightfully so. But like I said before, if Chris Niosi just wants a second chance, what? Because what he did in the past, it's stupid, it's idiotic, you shouldn't be doing it. But if you want to fix yourself, you want to change yourself, you want to redeem yourself, you want to atone to your sins, why not? I mean, if they're willing. But if they're not and they're going back, they went 360, then they really shouldn't be given a second chance. But the bottom line is, yes, Zach Aguilar is now the new voice, and even Nintendo had to make a statement about it. And surprisingly, guess what? A lot of people who hate this guy were basically praising him. Again, whatever, it's your opinion. Be whatever. I mean, potato, potato, tomato, tomato, to each of their own. I mean, if you're happy they got rid of the guy, hey, you know what? Good for you guys. Good for you. So basically, here's the statement from Nintendo. After assessing the situation, we decided to re-record the character's voiceover in Fire Emblem Three Houses and Fire Emblem Heroes with another actor, i.e. Zach Aguilar, Genos. Love that guy. The new voiceover will be included in a future patch. So, yeah, so my opinion about this situation. Well, did Nintendo once again react because of the particular group in this particular website? Maybe there's a possibility. But maybe they didn't also know about this guy's past and now they know that, oh shoot, well, this is not good and we have to quote unquote protect our reputation, which is another video I'm going to plan to do, is the aspect of reputation. Is it good? Is it bad? When is it a good time to protect your reputation? When it's not? Is it worth protecting your reputation in the cost of your friends, of your integrity? That'll be a different story there because I had dealt with this. I knew friend who dealt with this, like, oh, we can be friends, but not like in public because I don't want to ruin my reputation, but that's a different story there. Again, it may be, in my opinion, that Nintendo responded to the complaints, the concern, I should say, from the particular website, from the particular community. But of course, in Twitter and Facebook and social media also, the majority of people show ill will of Chris Niosi. So, for me personally, should this person given a second chance? Well, I don't know this guy. I never heard of this guy until now. If he's willing to change, maybe. And the reason why maybe, because judging for a lot of the talks about this guy, they kind of believe that this guy might not change and that once a jerk, he'll always be a jerk. So, I mean, kind of sucks.
But again, we're in the age where sometimes, to some extent, you don't give a person a second chance. Yeah, I mean, like I said, do I care about Chris Niosi? Judging by his history, then no. Am I really disappointed that Nintendo kind of reacted? A bit. If this is the only situation of why he was replaced, because there's actually a scoop here in that there was more of what happened of why he got replaced. Well, this is my guess. And believe it or not, at the same time, beside his history of, well, you know what? He's basically being a hole, aggressive, abusive jerk. Chris Niosi also broke NDA. And also in the links in the description box as a source, a Google document about a talk. And yeah, apparently this guy, he broke NDA. And for people who don't know what NDAA is called, Non-Disclosure Act, and basically when a company gives you a privilege of something, you don't really publicize it until the right time. And apparently this guy told his closest friends, yeah, about it. And apparently this friends of a friend, they basically kind of mentioned it. So it was basically, to some extent, was circling around the internet, but not a lot of people know. Well, I didn't know, but of course I don't follow Chris Niosi. But apparently in the past there were some hints that he had a feeling that, oh, I'm gonna basically be Byleath, and he was bragging about it, which is also that's worse. And yeah, like all the story about that, links on the description box. So, in my personal opinion, my theory is that the reason why Chris Niosi got replaced for Fire Emblem Three Houses and Fire Emblem Heroes as a promotion character, Byleath, male Byleath, is he broke NDA. And for Nintendo, that's a very zero tolerance. I mean, an example in 2015 is Chris Sprenger, when he went to a podcast, he got fired because, according to PR, he broke NDA. He was in a podcast, basically giving scoop about the Nintendo Treehouse. And also, the funny part is, did you know that Chris Pranger was the voice of the first boss for Star Fox Zero? But apparently, according to Chris Pranger, they replaced him with someone else. So yeah, I mean, it's not the first time Nintendo ever replaced voices. I mean, if you got fired, yeah, definitely they're gonna get rid of you there. So again, if it was only because of his history in the past and Nintendo were trying to quote unquote protect their reputation, and I'm like, really, Nintendo, really, you're basically reacting to that. But if it also factoring that he broke NDA, then yeah, I can understand that. So I mean, why did he get replaced? And for me, I think it's more leaning towards he broke NDA, but because of his past history, even so, he's trying to redeem himself. According to him, it didn't really help. So they just say, hey, you know what? There's been a lot of red flag for this guy. Yeah, we don't want to be associated with this guy, and we have to replace him. So have Nintendo ever done something like fire someone to protect their reputation to some extent? Yes, in 2016, a former Nintendo Treehouse was in charge of marketing Fire Emblem Fates. However, there was a point because it was during the time of Gamergate, another controversy. I don't want to talk about it. I think it's stupid. And she got involved with it, giving her opinion, went political, which is again a big no-no, to a point that Nintendo said, "Yeah, we basically have to fire her." And the cover up, basically, according to Nintendo, is because she had a second job, which is not really true, but apparently because she was doing things that's not really representing of Nintendo. Besides being political, apparently she was also doing lewd things with Nintendo product, which is gross. But you know what? Whatever. That was in 2016, and yeah, she was fired from that. So yes, Nintendo is no stranger to getting rid of people to the extent if that person is putting the company reputation but other thing in danger. With Allison Rapp, basically she was shoving political stuff as a Nintendo representative to a point they had to let her go. Chris Pranger basically breaking NDA to some extent unintentionally, but it was a scoop. So again, I have no surprise with Chris Niosi. So in conclusion, if was only the reason Chris Niosi got replaced because of his past history, because it started from a certain community in a certain website were rallying with their torch and pitchfork, say get rid of this guy. I would say, really, Nintendo, you already done it before with Mr. Game & Watch forward smash controversy, but because he also broke NDA, and I know, like I said to one angry gamer, gotta call him on that one, but still, they're cool people there, in my opinion. Yeah, the very controversy. However, sometimes they're always right on the spot. And yeah, I mean that probably were a big factor, but like I said, that his past history also didn't help him. So I mean, even if he tried to redeem himself, so yeah, the only unfortunate part about this one is that money wasted, time wasted, resource wasted, and now they have to hire someone else. And this is a cooler guy. Come on, Genos. Who does not like Genos in One Punch Man? Come on, come on. Genos is a badass. It's a class S hero for a reason. Well, Saitama should be too. Whatever. I digress again. So, I mean, to Zach Aguilar, congratulations. When I heard about your Genos, I gave you a follow on Twitter. So you're cool, my books. I have no problem. I have no problem people getting replaced. It's just if the behind reason it justify, then I'm cool with it. Yeah, in the case with Chris Niosi, yeah, to some extent, mostly it is justified because of the NDA. But factoring also with his past history, I can understand. So there you go. That's my opinion about it. I mean, a lot of things happen, and that's the reason I'm doing this video because I kind of had a sort of talk in Twitter. Basically, at first I said, really? Because this particular people from this particular website are demanding him to get fired with their virtual pitchfork and torch. But then when more story coming in because beside his past history, but because he actually broke NDA, then it's more understandable because, like I said, Nintendo are very, very strict when it comes to NDA. So yes, I do apologize if I decide to talk about this, but I have to talk about this in depth because the reason is I love this history because I just want to basically want to make a conclusion about this, about my opinion about the whole situation. Yeah, it is an unfortunate. Is it justified? To some extent, yes. So with that, I'll see you guys later.